Hi all, this is Elite Legionarii and this is my second commentary battle. So I hope you enjoyed my first and I'm going to try and carry on with them. Now I will be playing as Pontus today and my opponent Iceniboudica is playing as the Greeks. Now she's actually called Miss Antiope from the Theo clan, I think it said. I might have said it wrong, I'm not too sure. Anyway, let me point out she's a lot better than me. So, you know, it was quite a lot of fun to play her, but she's a lot better player than me. Anyway, I have 6 units of Bronze Shield Pikemen, gold upgrades. I have 6 units of regular archers, gold attack upgrades. 4 units of Cappadocian Cav, gold, silver upgrades, and 2 units of Pontic Light Cavalry, no upgrades. So, and her army rather is, she has 6 units of, 5 I think rather, sorry, 5 units of armoured hoplites, gold. I think it's 4 regular archers, gold attack, and 2 Grecian archers, gold attack, 1 Spartan hoplite, gold, and that's where, silver rather, is where the general is, and she's got 6, I think it's gold attack, not 6, yes 6 rather, 6 gold attack, I think it's 2 experience militia cavalry. When she joined the game, she said she made an army to counter chariots, the side division that Pontus has. And I was quite pleased at that, because I actually really, if ever, use chariots, because I think they're very overpowered. And plus the side ones are quite dangerous, because if they get flamed they'll run amok and probably screw over your whole army. I played a game once with Seleucids and I used them, and they slaughtered like 200 of my own cataphracts on a huge scale, and I was just devastated. And it was just terrible. But anyway, she's going to come forward with her militia cavalry, which actually initially surprised me, because I thought she'd be more skirmishy with them. But she catches me off guard here, because I just didn't think she'd do this, and I get my pikes in, but they're around the wrong bloody way. And it's, it did quite a lot of damage for what it was, but it was probably a bit reckless on her part, to be honest, which I was quite surprised she did this, because she's usually very, she's still coming in this battle, she's usually more cautious than that, I think, when I've played her. And basically my Cappadocians are a very short work of them. You might notice there's no music, and I think that's basically because when I record it, it kind of overwhelms my voice a bit. Plus there's a lot of background noise, so if that's wrecking, if it's not making the videos crap, I'm sorry. I want to try and figure that out. If you know, please leave a comment, and I will take steps to fix it. I think it's just the microphone, because on this computer it's got a built-in one, and I think it's probably just very average, so I might yet just buy a better one, Anyway, what I'm planning to use these, you might have noticed that I had these Pontic Light Cav with no upgrades, and it's not that great idea in an army like this, but the idea is for them to simply draw her Cav away, or if she has anything, or the original idea was to actually use them to pick off her archers if I got a chance, but I'm going to use them instead to draw her militia cav away, so I can use my Cappadocians to slip behind and take out her archers, because I will need my archers to shoot the backs of her men, because in a one-on-one my pikes have no show. Now, I split them into 3 because I played a player once with the Greeks, and they just kept retreating from me and basically just dividing up my units, and I just got nailed, and I love the strategy so much I thought I'd give it a go myself. And I've seen it done before, and it requires quite a bit of micro, but it's really, really effective. If it's done right against a faction like Greece. Greece is a very defensively oriented faction, which is kind of a shame, but I should have access to some good mercenary cav in my opinion. They were never really cav oriented, but they're so defensively oriented. They've got hoplites, and that's pretty much it. Historically they would have had units like I think they're called the Therophoroi and the Thorcatai and stuff, kind of support units that would be on the flanks of the main battle line and things like that, and they'd throw peeler type things and spears and nice big shields and all that sort of thing. So I don't think Greece is that well represented. Then again, a lot of factions are not that well represented. Still very cool though. So yeah, I'm using my Pontic Light Cav to draw off her Militia Cav, and hopefully, yeah, I'm going to send this one down here. Hopefully I can actually hold, they'll hold long enough, which I don't think they will, so that my Cappadocians can destroy them. Whilst I send these Cappadocians to destroy these Cretians and other archers over here, whilst I have my archers up here shooting sort of flanky type shots. Unfortunately, I do manage to get my Cappadocians into these militia cavs, so that's good, not mess with them. And my Cappadocians will do quite a bit of damage over here, but she'll seem to need the armor hoppers and support, so I'm going to retreat there. And yeah, so far things are going pretty good for me, which is good, you know. As I said, she's a lot better than me, so it's quite thrilling if I actually manage to beat her. Now, anyway, we're just archering away at each other. Throws javelin epic. Now, she's going to come forward and advance. Now, as I said, in a one-on-one, her hot bites will decimate mine. Don't just mean beat, they'll just get wasted. But if I can, I've got, we've got the same amount, but I've got my cav, nice powerful heavy cav, and she didn't really create an army, her army around the concept of defeating Cappadocian cav or heavy cav, you know, that I would bring. As I said earlier, she made her army to sort of combat scythe chariots, which is, you know, a good idea. I mean, a lot of people do use scythe chariots of Pontus, but I just don't like chariots full stop. I think they're quite, you know, overpowered in a lot of ways. I mean, if you ever play the campaign, you'll just see that Egypt will decimate the Seleucids every time. It's ridiculous, and it's simply because their damn chariots just decimate Seleucids over and over again because the Iceniboudica. So basically here we're going to engage, and the Spartans are up there, and I'm not pleased about that. But I want to try and mass numbers onto one individual unit and try and decimate it using my cav to hit the backs of these and things. That's how you, with inferior pikes, you try and get them into like a deep formation. There's lots of them blocked together, and you mass them onto the superior pike unit, and you can usually beat them that way. As you can see, that's what I'm doing here, and it is working quite brilliantly for now. And over here, I was a bit surprised to see that they were winning. I'm not sure why. It might be just simply due to archer fire in the back, I think is the case here. And I'll get a nice charge here, and I shall rout them, which was good. Now, basically, I'm sending these Cappadocians up and just looking for opportunities to hit the flanks here. She does do some good stuff where she's going to create like a wall that I can't get around, but my archers will still get flank shots, and she has to, you know, be aware of that and keep things moving, otherwise she'll lose too many archers. And that's why I wanted to get rid of her archers earlier in the picture. She's still got a few down here, but they're pretty minuscule. Because by getting rid of them, I could just focus my archers elsewhere, which is exactly what I'm doing now. And as I said, I would need them because on a one-on-one, as you can see here, these bronze shelters can totally eat alive. But I'm hoping just sheer weight of numbers and, you know, big long pointy sticks in their face will be adequate to deal with them. Here she's, you know, doing a blocking act, which is quite cool, but I can still shoot the backs of these, which is what I imagine I'll start doing if I noticed it. For some reason I go for a glory charge with the Pontic Light Cav, which is epic with that awesome jump. And yeah, some of my Cappadocians were out, which is not good, because I really need them to win. And yeah, she's doing a really good job though. And she's, as I said, she's a much better player than I am. She, you know, she always probably will be. Anyway, sorry. Anyway, I made a bit of a mistake here, charging up. For some reason, she moved them up, which is helpful. I don't know why she did that, but I'm not complaining. As you can see, it's turned into quite a messy sort of fight. I mean, some of you are probably looking at this and think, my god, what the hell is he doing? A lot of you are probably a lot better than me, and I accept that fact. I'm mostly in it for fun, and I like strategy and tactics, and I endeavour to learn them, but as you play this game, you come across some very good opponents, very challenging opponents, and I've found that Miss Antiope, or in this case Iceniboudica, is one of those. But she's nice enough, so nothing annoys me more in this game than really bad-mannered people and things. It really frustrates me, but you run to them, and she admits defeat. So I was quite pleased I managed to beat a player I consider a lot better than me. She is a very good player, so definitely should, if you get a chance to play her, you should. Anyway, I had 769 men, and I had 642 kills and 235 remaining. She had 728 men, so we had pretty much the same amount of men, 610 kills, pretty much the same kills, 73 men remaining. And here's the battle statistics. So my Cappadocian Cav did pretty good, which is what I was hoping, and my Bronze Shields, that one unit did pretty good, but more or less they just, so did that one, more or less they just sort of there to hold, basically when the Cappadocians did the work. My archers didn't do too bad either, and as you see my Pontic Cav were just used to draw those militia cavalry, which worked fantastically. So thanks for watching, please comment and like if you like it, give me some constructive criticism if you've got any, and I'll see you next time.